Real Animals Fishing Show is presented by Yellowfin Yachts. Hey gang, today Billy and I are fishing with our good friend Capt.Ozzie Lessinger. We're out of Captiva, Florida. It's springtime. The fishing has been absolutely crazy. Whatever you do, don't touch that dial. It's going to be off the hook. We've got an absolutely gorgeous April morning here. Little coolness in the air. We got a little breeze, which Capt.Ozzie says is a good thing for these fish. We made a pretty short run from Ozzie's dock, about 10-15 minutes, and we're working a shoreline here. We got real low water, which is kind of nice because it concentrates the fish on these edges. So we're going to work these edges a little bit. Ozzie's throwing a top water. Billy and I are throwing the Strike King KVD swim baits on jig heads, and we're going to see kind of what's working best this morning. Billy's using a white one and I've got the watermelon red glitter on, so we're just going to kind of work these edges, see if we can find some big trout, some redfish this morning.
Come on, Mr. Fishy Fish. Looking for that elusive pinfish. Dude, I tell you what, that's my goal today. Oh, I just had a hit right there, guys. I don't know what it was. It felt like a pinfish.
I've been chasing my top water plug already.
Fish on, baby. There we go. Come on.
That's a pinfish. That is a solid pinfish.
Yeah, it is.
There is no doubt in my mind that that is a pinfish.
I'm hoping so.
Alex, I saw it. It's a pinfish. It's still on. Don't worry, you got him.
Sweet, I got him. Mike, check it out, baby.
Yeah, but now you're graduating to
Bro, look,
pinfish and redfish.
Sight casting pinfish, bro. He rolled on it. Sweet. Get him, Mike. What is it, red dog?
Yeah, it's a redfish. Boy, right where that flat broke right there. See the break in the flat and in that
right
bar
over by
edge? Yeah. If he's slot, he's, oh.
Did he break it?
I don't know. I'll let you know here in a minute.
Oh, you're not.
I cost
I bet Mike
myself
tied
a
mine
fish.
too. I better check it out.
You might want to.
I cost myself a fish. Always check your knots. Look at that. Actually, it's broke too. Look at it wear
no,
right
it's
there.
not broke.
No,
it's
that's
not
a curly Q. It broke.
Dude, look at it. Seriously.
I see the pigtail.
Yeah, I do too, but look at the freaking wear and why is it thin right here?
Because you tie bad knot.
Because you tied a bad knot and it burn it.
They're just mad because they ain't hooked one yet. Oh, that's terrible. Cost yourself a fish. Always, always, always double check your knots. I'm going to retie quite carefully and hope I can keep that from happening again. It's never a good thing when you hook a big fish like that and then lose it because of knot failure from your own poor knot tying skills.
You hear him, it got away a big fish. You hear that?
Well, it wasn't a pinfish, Billy.
That's because you don't have the skills it takes to get one.
You're probably right. Now we're all tied up, see if we can do better a second time there. Ooh, that makes me grumpy. What is it about this flat that keeps bringing you here?
I think we have water movement from two different directions. You have water movement coming from Blind Pass, and you have water movement coming from Redfish Pass.
Okay.
And this flat has also got deep water all the way around it. So these fish have escape routes, you know, on and off the flat.
Gotcha.
They are able to just push up on the flat. We have oyster bars on the flat, you know, and the oyster bars just hold so much life. There's other flats in the sound that I have lots and lots of confidence on, but it may only be on one or two tides or tide levels or wind directions. Where this flat, I spend so much time on it, I just know it. You know, pick your area, learn it, and
figure out where they're at.
Figure out where they're at.
Direction and
yeah,
tide range.
Don't run all over creation looking, you know, because you caught a fish here and a fish there. You know, spend some time in one area and figure it out, and then you know, then you have confidence to go back there and catch fish all the time. Oh, come on, come on, come on! There's a whole school coming at my bait. There you go. He's on it. You got him. You got him. There you go. I was gonna say,
He came back and got it. There we go.
Attaboy, Ozzie. Way to lead Billy to a fish.
Yeah, Ozzie. Yeah, Ozzie, don't leave me hanging, brother. Good job, pal. Now, the difference between me and Mike is I'm actually gonna land mine. But man, he's got some shoulders, just a beautiful, beautiful fish.
You know what? I'm trying to think. It was back in like 2011.
Yes, sir.
We had just, I mean, gobs and gobs of tiny fish, of little fish.
Well,
and these fish have, now, over the last 2 years, they've grown up.
Right.
And everything we've been catching is, for the most part, has been to 25 to 29 inches.
Hey, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
Come out.
And if you notice, you drop your rod tip so your partner can grab it, and in case the hook were to fly out, we don't impale Ozzie in the hand.
Look at that blue in the tail, about 24 inches long or so.
Cool beans, let's get that guy back in the water. Nice. It wasn't a pinfish, but
No,
you know,
hey.
I'm trying.
Good job, Billy boy. Nice fish.
Closed captioning brought to you by Gator Ford.
A lot of times when you're fishing these grass flats here around Florida, we got the lovely little creature called the pinfish, also the pufferfish. And a lot of times that vibrating tail, that shad tail, that's supposed to be on this bait, when you get it back, it's gone because them little buggers have been chipping away at it. Strike King's got a great bait out. This is the Redfish Magic Glass Minnow, and it's made out of an Elastec material, and you can see how stretchy it is. So I'm gonna switch to one of these so I stop losing all my tails on my baits. One of the keys to making this work really, really well is because it's Elastec and it's pretty tough, it's better if you put a little bit of super glue right on the jig head where the bait and the jig head meet. And that'll help it stay on there really, really well. And this bait here is really tough. You get a lot of fish on one bait. Save you some time and some energy when the pinfish and the blowfish are tough.
Is it a trout or a...
Yeah, it's a trout. Why you gotta call my fish Little
All
Eyes?
right, it's a nice trout.
It's a monster, I tell you.
It's a fish and he stayed on.
Yeah, you
My
might
knot hasn't come undone yet.
You might actually land him.
It's
That's
actually
a nice trout, Michael.
Yeah, it's a nice trout. Not a bad fish. There's the old Redfish Magic Glass Minnow happening right there. Get my hands wet here in case we gotta handle them a little bit. There we go. Nice little trout here. Woo!
Oh, nice fish, Mike.
Another trout.
Need some help or you got him?
I got him.
All right, well, you go, big guy.
You want the magic of the Redfish Magic Glass Minnow.
You need to tell him it's named Redfish Magic. He's not supposed to be on it. That's trout magic.
I know it. You know, that Elastec product,
It just
because,
lasts.
well, it lasts so long, but it's got
We can
so
stretch
much,
it, can't you?
it's got so much wiggle in it, so the action on this tail gets crazy. See that action on the tail? That's what it's all about right there, that action. Gives off that vibration in the water and they just can't help themselves.
Gotta love the wind knots, huh?
The key to getting out the wind knots is to not go all crazy on them. Pull on them real lightly, and normally, not always, but normally, you can kind of work the wind knot out without having to cut it out and retie.
9 out of 10 times.
Yeah, especially if you get in there right away and don't
cinch it.
Yeah, don't cinch it down too tight. You can usually work its way out.
20 years ago, when I first started fishing, all we did was throw artificials. And they didn't make saltwater plastic.
And a lot of people are like, well, it says fresh water on it. I can't use it to catch these fish. But you know what? That's exactly what we're doing. If you look at a snook, anything you can catch a bass on, you can catch a snook, whether it be a buzz bait, top water, jig, whatever. Don't you think, Mike?
That's one of the best baits right there that I've used. That KVD Swimming Caffeine Shad has been incredible.
Nice
and there's
trout.
a lot of baits on the market just like that. You really need to look at the bait and the way it's designed,
Right.
and you see how much of it crosses over so easily.
Oh yeah, there's no, anything that a bass would eat, a snook or a trout or a redfish will eat.
Right.
Even from a buzz bait to a spinner bait.
Yeah, the spinner baits work
you know,
really good
and,
too.
Oh, exactly.
But, just because you're going through your tackle shop and you're looking and all of a sudden you see something that you're like, man, that looks good, but it says bass. Well, doesn't mean you can't buy it and use it in salt water.
You know, one of my favorite cartoons of all was a BC cartoon at the bait shop, at the fly shop. And the guy says, will this really catch fish? And the owner of the shop's like, who cares? It caught you, you know. And throwing artificials, I've heard Michael say this time and time again, is 90% confidence. Yeah, you know. And right now he's pretty confident.
We found some trout in some deep water here.
I think that one's a little bigger, isn't he?
Well,
He's
about the same
decent
size.
little
Yep,
fella.
yep.
I like catching trout,
I just like it because
and they are so pretty.
they're beautiful fish. And the nice part about that Redfish Magic Glass Minnow, that Elastec product, is it's super, super tough. And once you put one on, you can basically fish it almost all day long. Unless you get a mackerel or something crazy bites it, stop. I'm gonna let you go, bud. But again, super tough bait. Super tough. You can just keep casting it all day long. Works really good too, and a lot of great colors.
Let's
Power pole up.
power
get over.
pull up. We're gonna go over here and
Go over there and catch that tarpon.
Go over this
We'll go over
tarpon a
there and
couple times.
We'll go over there
and
and
go
jump
out and
that
get out of
tarpon.
here.
In today's Real Animals Tackle Box, Billy and I are using 7-foot and 7'6" Cabo PTS medium action spinning rods, Cabo 30 PTS spinning reels with 15-pound braided line and 20-pound fluorocarbon leader. We were throwing Strike King KVD swimming caffeine shad in white, watermelon red glitter, and baby bass. We also caught several trout on the Strike King Redfish Magic 4-inch glass minnow. Real Animals Tackle Box is brought to you by Quantum, the real choice for the real animals, and Strike King, #1 in fishing lures.
What we did today, guys, we ran down to Captiva and met up with our friend Capt.Ozzie Lessinger and came down, went out and hit a few flats early this morning that we fished with Ozzie before, and we caught some redfish and some trout, and he's been on a big school of redfish just a little bit to the south. And we came down here to see if we could see them. Had a mullet boat came by, kind of scattered the fish up. But usually if that happens, if you just give them a little bit, they'll settle back down, they'll get back to where they want to be, and they'll get happy. So we're just kind of messing around right now, just kind of waiting for that to happen.
Oh, is that a mackerel or something? Ran kind of funny.
Jack.
Little Jack, maybe?
Little Jack.
Yeah, little Jack. All right, all right. Well, he didn't run like it. He didn't hit it like a trout or run like a redfish.
Dude,
But
you went all Yoda on him, brother.
did I get him underneath? I did.
buddy, you did right in the brisket.
Jedi mind trick. I sight fished him. He was tailing.
Tailing Jack Creval.
I caught him right in the belly. Anybody can catch him in the mouth, Billy.
I said it takes talent to do that stuff, pal. I ain't kidding you.
Little Jack.
What do we got here, Daddy-O?
Captain Pinfish.
It's fighting like one. I don't think it is, though. Nope. Got a trout.
Oh, little trout.
Oh! Good release, Billy.
That's what we call the West Palm release right there, folks.
Nice trout.
Nice trout.
Real
Billy.
nice trout.
Good fish. Wow, look at that. Oh boy.
From the back of the boat.
Not a boy.
Real pretty trout.
Nice trout.
You gonna get him for me,
I'll
Oz?
get him for you, Billy. Just
There you
That's
go,
the
man.
KVD.
Oh, KVD, baby. Man, that is a good gravy. That is a beautiful trout.
Good fish. Wow.
Nice. Yeah, be careful with him. We don't want to hurt him at all. They are too special.
Come here.
That boy, Billy.
Nice to know that I can catch something other than a pinfish every once in a while. There we go.
It's a pretty trout.
I tell you, that is the prettiest fish that swims in our waters, man. I know people get tired of me saying it, but they are just absolutely, absolutely gorgeous.
It's a nice trout there too, though.
Nice trout. Not as big as the last one, but he's nice. Come here, little guy. Come here, fella. Just let you go. Get my hands wet. Went and left a de-hooker at home. I like having a de-hooker because I don't like touching them. Get this out of him and get him back. Always wet your hands if you do have to touch them, so you don't take much of that slime coating off of them. There we go. And we'll catch another one. There's our osprey, and they mate for life. Building their nest, getting ready to have their little babies for this year. And what's really cool is when they're teaching their kids how to catch fish, Mama will catch a fish or daddy will, and we'll drop it in the water, and you hear the kids, they just scream and raise all kinds of cane. They're not wanting to get their feet wet to go get their fish. Now, if you want to see a good fisherman, now that's a good fisherman right there. Snook.
Yep, little snook.
Billy,
Nice
boy.
one.
Boy, Billy Kid.
Well, I got my slam, boys,
On the white.
on the white.
Nice.
Oh!
Jumping off. That's a true Palm Beach release right there.
Spoke
That was
too
a Palm
soon.
Beach
Spoke
release
too
if there ever
soon.
was one.
There he is.
Oh, you came back and got him on the foul plug. Sweet.
Yeah, got him on the foul plug.
I tell you, anybody can catch one on a regular plug, you know when it's working right. But oh, that's a nice trout,
Nice
Ozzie.
fish too, yeah.
Look how pretty that guy is.
Set the pole, Billy.
Ooh, that's
Nice
good.
release.
Didn't have to touch him, Billy.
But I am not a fish snob. No, I like these fish. You know why? Because they're eating.
That's what we call a lesser bridge permit.
Yeah. Making a little noise. It wasn't a pinfish, but it was a fish. Hey guys, today Bill and I are here with our good friends at Gator Ford in Tampa for this week's tip of the week.
Before you guys go out fishing, there's a few things on your trailer you need to check out. Make sure the hitch and the ball are the same size, that the lever is all the way down. Make sure your chains are crisscross underneath the tongue. Make sure that your electrical connection on your harness is in tight and your lights are working properly. Make sure that your jack is all the way up.
Your boat needs to be firmly tied down to the trailer. A wind strap is not a tie down. Check that your tires are properly inflated. Check them for tread wear, cuts, and that the lug nuts are tight. Check the hubs and bearings and repack with grease if needed. If you tow your boat a lot, consider making up an emergency kit with a spare wheel and tire, hub assembly, bearings, grease, extra tie downs, spare light bulbs, and road flares. If you guys are anywhere in Central Florida, stop by Gator Ford. Let the great people here hook you up with a great deal on an F-150 or other great Ford truck.
And that is your tip of the week. Oh, dang it, Mike! Mike, you are the man.
Pinfish, sight fished, he was tailing. I
Mike,
learned this impressive technique from Captain Billy Noble,
Now, Mike, I tell you what.
the one and only.
I tell you what, the smaller ones, those are the toughest ones to get, man, because they got that little mouth, you know? That is really, really hard to do. I'm really
That's why I
proud
caught
of
mine
you,
in
pal.
the back.
Do what? I'm glad. Well, you know, that's difficult. That's a difficult shot. Very proud of you.
Taking some time, but I've learned from the master. Baby bass.
Baby bass.
It's the third color today, though.
Baby bass.
Baby D.
What you got, Mike?
Oh, trolling motor.
Ooh. Way to go, Michael. Are you on?
I'm on.
Boy, what a grumpy fish. That water's
That's a
cool
nice
yet.
fish.
That water's cool. And
Billy, I had it sitting on the bottom. I almost said stop. I almost stopped it completely.
what a great fish
Watch
this
Mike's
is.
fish.
Wow.
Do you see him?
No, dude, I think they're scattered. 'Cause we weren't right on top of each other.
Right.
We're close, but I don't think we were on top of each other. We got a set of twins here? Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah.
Mine's bigger than yours.
Oh, whatever.
You got him, Mike? You need some help?
Look at that, huh? That KVD, again, that swimming caffeine shad bait. This is in the baby bass color. So it's 3 different colors we use today. 1/8 ounce jig head, again, the Strike King jig head. Got a great hook. Catching redfish here. Captiva.
Oh yeah, mine's definitely bigger than that.
Whatever.
I know you're gonna put it back before you get to see mine.
Good stuff right there.
I don't know, bro.
Close, we got cookie
It's,
cutter.
it is.
Oh no, mine's substantially.
Oh, it is
Oh,
bigger.
yeah, it is.
It's bigger. It's bigger. It's bigger. That's all right.
Yes, it is. Yes,
That's
it is,
all right.
my friend.
Huh? Look at that. Capt.Ozzie Fisher. All you got to do is come and get some,
Capt.Ozzie
huh?
who?
That was fun, wasn't it? I'm sorry, Ozzie Fisher. Ozzie Fisher. You know, there's a problem with knowing the 2 Aussies down here. Ozzie Lessinger, my bad.
There you go.
Oh, come here. No. at that.
Well, boys, good job. Hey, Mike,
Hey,
in a little bit, baby.
hey, I had a better knot tie on that one.
That was awesome. I think that was a better fish, too.
Yeah, probably was.
Guys, hope you enjoyed this week's episode as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. I'd like to give a special thanks to our great friend, Capt.Ozzie Lessinger. Ozzie, thank
pleasure,
you so
Billy.
much. You put us on them again, man.
Redfish, trout, a fantastic day of fishing here out of Captiva, Florida. If you and your family are headed this way, we can hook you up with this guy right here, Capt.Ozzie Lessinger. Give us a call, 1-866-GAMEFISH. For more great info, you can log on to the website, realanimalsfishingteam.com. Remember, you can follow us on Facebook at Facebook/RealAnimals. And until next week,
Do yourself a favor and take a kid fishing.
Okay, Mike, here's a question. I don't know if you know the answer. How do you stop a fish from smelling? Hold its nose.
it's a good thing we're not paying you for the comedy part of this show.